Anyways, hi. This is Hot
This is Flashes.
with Hot Flashes. Let me start by saying or apologizing for my red, swollen, puffy eyes. I was working with some paint yesterday, and apparently I'm allergic to it. So I can't paint. That means my husband has to do all the work. Ooh, good for me. Anyway, um, anyways, we just wanted to drop in, say hey, because we haven't made a video for about a week now, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, I'm hoping, whoever's following us or subscribed to us is seeing the little slideshows that we're trying to make and the little movies that we're trying to put together. It's all new learning process for us. But uh, just a note of help me out here because I can cut this part out.
Well, basically, this is just a rundown of kind of what's happened this week.
Yeah.
There was a house fire within a block of the arena, and it was a complete loss. The woman was at work. With the chill in the air, obviously, everybody's going to be lighting furnaces, wood stoves, candles, whatever they can to keep warm. Just want to remind everybody to, be precautioned about especially anything with an open flame around pets, children, fabric, anything like that.
Clean the flue.
Clean the flues in fireplaces. Make sure that you've got safety measures in place because this house literally burnt down within an hour. So, and the fire department was there quick.
They was there quick.
And the house is a complete loss. It's completely burned to the ground, and it took literally minutes. So
I do have some still shots of it. I'll try to put that in to the video. Just a couple of shots. You can see what we're talking about.
right, yeah,
And I'm going back, I guess, to the computer, YouTube. I know last time I said something about friends you may know. Okay.
on
I'm-
Facebook.
Yes, and I was looking on the news feeds, and it kept saying that Betty White was dead. I don't remember Betty White being dead, so I looked it up, and it said that no, she's not dead. It was just a bad rumor. Why anybody would want to put that out there as a rumor is beyond me. It's not like she needs to make any more money because she makes a lot. So I don't know why they would rumor that. Another note in the news was a Wisconsin man was in a bar listening to some music. I can't say the name, can I? The band? No? Okay. And the bartender, female bartender, leaned over to the radio and changed the song from the radio, what he was listening to Christmas music. They got really pissed off, so he started throwing beer bottles at her. Not quite sure what all happened, but I think he took it to a little extremes there. So
Some people don't like Christmas music.
apparently he was a ball humbug. I mean, through and through. The other night, I had to take my daughter to the emergency room. She had one of those womenly infections, I guess. And we're sitting in the waiting room, and there's, I'll say, 9 to 10-year-old girl sitting in a chair, and she's got her phone going, and she's bebopping and she's singing to, rub me, love me, touch me, all kinds of good stuff. And there's men sitting in the waiting room waiting to go see the doctor, so they're just looking at this little kid in shock. Her parents were sitting there. They didn't say anything, and my daughter was ready to go beat them up because they didn't even stop this kid from listening to that kind of music. She asked me, why do they let them do that? And I'm like, well, that's that kid's babysitter. Apparently, parents don't care what they do as long as they're not bugging them. So that's bad.
Well, I mean, it's a PS4 and an Xbox have become the cheapest babysitter and daycare in the free world,
True.
and it's sad and it's pathetic, really.
It used to be cartoons, so you know, the TV was the main source of babysitting, but not anymore. Now it's
No.
all the electronic stuff. Let's see. My daughter, she knows that she's going to be talked about in this video, uh, and she said she didn't mind. So, I mean, we all get it, ladies, and some men get yeast infections, and that's what I took her to the doctor for. Um, but before she went there, she had got some over-the-counter medication. Um, it's what is it? I
It
can't.
begins with an M, and it's not a 6 or a set or an 8.
You kind of gave it away
I almost
there.
slipped it out. But I didn't actually say the name, so it's all right.
But when apparently she was very much allergic to this, because it caused her cramping and pain and bleeding, and the headache and burning and rashing and all that stuff. So that's one of the main reasons I took her to the emergency room. So if you have infections and you go to take this cream, use this stuff on you, maybe, I don't know how you would test it, maybe test a little area before you go full-fledged with it, because if you are allergic to it, that's something that's going to be very, very uncomfortable. But on a funny side of that, if it doesn't work downstairs, it may work upstairs. And what I mean by that is I actually looked it up, and it says that if you put this ointment in a squeeze bottle with some moisturizer and a couple of different oils, olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, yeah, and you can actually put it in your hair, on your scalp, rub it in, and it helps your hair grow. So if it doesn't take care of the infection, you can always turn it around and make your hair look nice. I'm not making that up.
Google it.
Yeah, please Google it, because I was very much shocked when I saw that. Oh my gosh, you talked about that. We talked about that. It went fast tonight.
Yeah. What else can we talk about?
Well, you can talk about your stuff behind us here real quick.
Yeah, I have a few items for sale. Harley Davidson, mostly some NASCAR. If you are interested, I mean, the holidays are coming up, and I'm getting ready to move, so I'll take good prices for it. You can contact Kokomo Combat at 765-416-1772, and you can ask for Krista, who is me, flashes. So,
See, when she moves, she's actually going back to Missouri. So when we go to do these, I guess, little segments here, then we're going to be on Skype with each other and with you. So we're going to see how that works out.
that ought to be interesting with the cat crying in the background, you know, because he hasn't been fed in 5 seconds, you know, that kind of thing. But
very, very spoiled. I'm not sure what all else to talk about right now.
do you want to talk about the cat that DJ?
Oh my gosh, yeah, go ahead.
We all know that
Horrible story.
black animals are always at risk on Halloween night, and apparently some kids, teenagers, whatever, got a hold of a cat and lit his tail on fire. Black cat.
Black cat. Halloween night.
Yeah, Halloween night, and somebody brought him to the Humane Society. They took him in. Apparently he was in bad health in the first place. So her daughter wanted to adopt the cat, and right now it's kind of still up in the air. But
right now, the first thing they done was amputated his tail.
Yeah.
And they was hoping that, you know, infection of any kind didn't do anything, but infection is moving in through his body, they said.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not sure at this time. They said there's surgery they could do on him, but there's no guarantee that this little cat's going to pull through.
Right.
But they said he's a sweetheart of a cat. Why anybody would do that is beyond me. And that's not even a cute, funny joke to even talk about.
No, it goes down to it's just stupidity.
Insane people.
And you can bash me for it. You can agree with me. I don't care. In my opinion, if you can't take care of an animal, you have no business with a child.
Oh, I
None.
agree.
And I think, and honestly, I'm all about corporal punishment and all that. But if you abuse an animal, I think you should be sterilized. I really do. If you're convicted, I think you should be sterilized for it. If you are proven guilty.
If you can't take care of an animal, like you said,
You
you're
can't
sure
take care
not
of
going
a
to take care of a kid. And so, right now with the holidays and stuff coming up, I know everybody's doing the hustle and bustle thing, and they're trying to get gifts, and even right now the Thanksgiving dinner going and everything. But even around here, when we see people walk up and down the street, people walk up down the street here all the time. They have little kids with them, but they're like, I don't know what, like 6 foot behind them, and they're walking and talking, and there's a very busy highway out here.
It's a 4-lane highway, and they go at least 40 to 50 miles an hour down it.
Oh yeah.
And they're letting these little kids walk in front of them 20 feet.
Or behind them.
Or behind
Yeah.
them, not paying attention. And I mean, we've seen like 3-year-olds
Oh yeah.
walking across the street almost by themselves.
You get very nervous when you see that kind of stuff. You want to jump up and
She
say
does.
something.
She's always wanting to jump up and
Oh,
go.
I can't stand it. You know,
go
oh, wait,
save somebody.
see?
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. When you're out in a store, I understand that kids are going to they're going to throw a fit, and they're going to want everything that they see, and if you tell them, no, you don't have the money or whatever, they're going to throw a fit and cry and everything. I'm not saying not to punish that child in some way, or tell them, explain to them, or ignore them. It doesn't make a difference. I don't mean beat them or something like that. But I've seen parents that's got up in their kids' face and just like a drill sergeant and told them, they need to shut up, and which makes the kid worse.
Right.
Okay? Well, it pisses me off as a parent at this point in time. And I went to walk up to several parents, but she's kind of stopped me and pulled me back and said, give it a minute and see if it works its way out. Guess she was afraid I would have got hurt or something, or got in a fight with somebody.
Well,
I can't stand it. I understand you got to discipline your kids. I understand that. I understand that it is a parent's job to be in their kids' face when they come through the door, to smell their breath and make sure that they're not drinking and driving and doing all that stuff. But when it's a little kid like that, people don't treat little kids like people. They treat little kids like objects, a paycheck.
And right now,
It's
mean,
a paycheck.
you have electronics that are raising kids.
Yeah.
And the kids, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to live to see 80 because I don't want these people taking care of me.
Oh, Lord.
Flat out, plain and simple.
Enter. That's it.
I mean, we had the Generation X, we had the, Generation. Last time I saw somebody say anything about the generations, this generation was generation useless.
Ooh.
That's a big statement. That tells me that humanity is pretty much almost gone as far as any morals or any self-worth whatsoever, except for material items.
Right.
And that's not good.
If the electronics in the world went down, there'd be a whole lot of people in trouble.
And there'd be a whole lot of people that wouldn't know what to do.
I was going to say, there's cash register people that would not, if something was 95 cents and you gave them $1 and their cash register didn't work, they would not know how much to get back to you.
And how many kids don't know how to write a letter or mail it? How many kids don't know how to write a check?
True.
How many kids don't know how to fill out a money order, or even adults for that matter?
True.
We are way too dependent on this whole electronic thing. And I don't mean to get on my soapbox again, but...
No, I use the cell phone. I use different things. But the other day I'm driving down the road, and this guy walked straight out. There was a car in front of me, and we both had to slam on our brakes. He was walking across, texting on his phone, never stopped. He never looked up, even after the red car just stopped, and I was like coming in behind her and had to slam on my brakes. They never looked up, never walked faster, didn't move or jump or anything, did not even know we were there. And we had to come to a complete stop to let them finish crossing the street because they were so busy texting.
Yeah.
But the car did blow the horn and say a couple of things out the window.
Is that your car?
No.
Mm. That does bring up a good point. I saw a thing, it was a video compilation of several basic deaths that have happened due to texting. And in the European countries, I don't know that they have laws for texting or being on your phone while you're driving like we do, but it seems to be a common problem of bus drivers having massive wrecks with a bus full of people. I know. And 20 plus people are getting injured, a couple people are getting killed because they're on their phone while they're driving this huge bus
Oh my gosh.
down the highway. And it just seems to be a really bad habit that's starting to be a huge problem.
Well, people they can't even talk on the phone
Not anymore.
and drive, because I've been behind people that's going like 5-10 miles an hour, and you're trying to figure out, the guy behind you is getting ready to run over you, and the car in front of you is crawling.
Right.
When you finally get a chance to go around, they're on the phone. They're talking to somebody, and it's just not that important. I do not answer the phone, or if I have somebody with me, I give the phone to them and have them answer it, or I have them hold it on speakerphone. Because it's very important. Or if I'm waiting on a call, then I'll try to pull over and call the person back. But I don't know, the whole texting and driving. The whole talking on the phone and driving, even if you're talking on the phone into your radio speakers, people get so caught up in that conversation, they do not pay attention to stop signs or the red lights or anything else. So, I don't know.
And while we're on this subject, can we talk about the highway sign? The no standing highway sign?
Oh.
I drove to Missouri to see my children.
Apparently,
Indiana.
this is the bitch session tonight.
It is.
So if there's any kind of bitching y'all want to do, let us know.
Yeah.
I can say that, right?
Yeah. You say everything but the F word. Anyway.
Fudge. I can't say fudge.
No, they new rules.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a sign, and I'm sure anybody from Indiana knows this stupid sign. It's red, it's white, it's about every 50 feet on the stinking highway, and it says, what does it say? No
stopping or standing.
On the freeway. Now, last time I looked, for one, there's no bus stops. For two, I don't know why in the hell you would be standing on the side of the highway. If your car's broke down, I get it.
Yeah.
But why are there these signs every 50 feet?
Because and it's not like it's around fire hydrants or anything like that. It's just no stopping or standing.
And the funny thing is you drive through Indiana, and the second you get to the Illinois line, they stop.
It stops. It all stops.
And then it's the world's largest set of wind chimes and the world's largest golf tee for the next 110 miles. Until you get to St. Louis.
Apparently, that's important to them.
Well,
for God's sake, it could be something.
If
really
it's
important.
not big enough, I can't see it off the highway, then it's not that damn big, is it? To me.
They want you to know every.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like, turn here, turn here. Oh my God, it's in 2 exits. Oh, it's in 1 exit. And I'm like,
No.
that was the most eventful thing of my drive to Missouri was.
I don't know. When we went, she tried to get me to go see this, the the golf tee.
You know you wanted to see it. You were begging to see
We
it.
just didn't make it to it.
She is so heartbroken over that
I
golf
know,
tee.
maybe on the next visit down there or something, you know, we could stop and take to see a golf tee.
Yes. I want to ring these wind chimes.
They're too big.
I
I
will
don't
hit them
know.
with your car then if I have to. I want to hear them ring.
Apparently, they like things big in Indiana.
No.
No.
Wasn't Indiana, it's Illinois.
Or Illinois. Well, Indiana does got the gigantic rocking chair out in the person's yard.
They also have 3,000 signs that say no standing on the highway.
Well, you know, I don't know what to say about that. I
They
didn't
have a
know
lot of corn.
people eat corn. I don't know.
If you obviously did not grow up watching Children of the Corn.
Here she goes again with this crap. All the time with this crap.
I just have to remind
Children of the
her.
Corn. And it's all nothing. When you get on these back roads where we are, it is all cornfields. And I got her.
Both sides.
I got her sitting beside me, and she's quoting, you know, things from a movie that somebody's gotten killed in with cornfields and Malachi and all that good stuff. And this is I gotta put up with. I don't know how this is gonna work out when she moves to Missouri and we do it on Skype. I think it might be okay because that way I can just turn her off.
I'll just call you.
And she, and her story would be done.
She's so funny.
But anyways, I think that pretty much brings it to a close, I guess. Not unless
Sure.
there's something else.
Something else I want to rant about? No, I'm
Is there
done.
anything else you would like to tell everybody? Or
I've grown weary.
oh God. Okay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget that I'm Goth Chica, and you can go over to my channel and see very little because I
She's
do
been
most of the videos for her.
very lazy lately. She's not done crap. So get on her page.
I
Tell her to
have
get
to
off
move.
her ass and on her feet.
I have to move. I have things to do. You know, I feed my cat 10 times a day because he'll starve to death if I don't.
Her cat is a good cat. He just whines.
You gave me the cat.
When I gave him to you, he was little and he was nice and sweet. Now
Yeah,
he's just big
spoiled.
and rotten and spoiled. Yeah. So, but anyways, like she said, subscribe, like, get on there, give us some feedback. You can join us on Facebook,
At Hot Flashes
FCB.
FCB and Goth Chica at Facebook also. I think that's it.
Is that it?
I think.
Okay.
So until next time, we'll see you later.
This is Hot.
This is Flashes.
Signing off.